Alright, let's set it up. We're back in the game of Deceive Inc. We're playing Octo here today. I'm breaking out a 1-1-1 build because we're doing Octo back to basics. We're keeping this up a little bit. So if anyone who's new and didn't see earlier Back to Basics videos, Back to Basics was kind of a series I decided to do
that's some
around the agent's base builds. They're like 1-1-1, because I think the 1-1-1 builds should all work well together, along with it's like the only she's coming in. It's really the only one you're forced to use, right? If you're if whenever you learn a new agent through the mastery system, you are in fact like forced to use the 1-1-1 build.
Spend my intel somewhere else.
So this should work well together, and also I thought it would be a great resource for new players who were picking up the agent. They would have the 1-1-1 build, and this would be available to them. So we got Octo 1-1-1 here. We're gonna go gamble in this other room as well, I think, if it's there. I don't think it is, because the spot it normally is has intel in it. So we have the 1-1-1 build, we have the bounce pad and the Spyglass, which is really normal here, but it's also specific for this, because that is the starting gadget, which means anyone, if you were to pick up Octo on like your very first game somehow, which I think you can do by buying the Season 3 catalog, so it's technically possible, I think, to play Octo in your very first game. You would have access to the bounce pad and the shield. That's a player. It's not a player? What the heck? Okay, interesting. Apologize to Doug. Yeah, you just made some weird corners, and I was, yeah. Okay, so our gun here's okay. It really gets an okay from me. Our hip fire shots do slap the air near Jaddy, and he runs away. Oh, normally he crouches somewhere, but this works, I guess, as long as we get this hacked. He might come back, and we might have to punch the air again. Make sure you don't punch the VIP, because you do end up with a lot of heat. So again, we can punch there. He will crouch like that, and you can actually just steal his disguise. Is the really easiest way to deal with this, but I don't want to be disguised as the VIP, so I'm just going to leave. And we'll get this blue safe. Does trigger some other enemies. There we go. Because they can sense you punching the air from inside there. Alright, so the gun here, hip fire, 10 damage to the body, 20 to the head. On its own, not amazing. I feel like that running player, or the running person right there was a player, but we're gonna leave it be because it's so far. There's just a feeling anyway. They hadn't really done anything to confirm. So that on its own is kind of bad. I mean, 20 damage headshots are okay, but oh, looks like there might have been a fight. That NPC was kind of in scared run animation, but we're already moving on. But the really nice part about this gun is actually the ADS, which on Octo you consume 1 intel per shot rather than your ammo, and it does 20 damage with no bonus headshot damage. So even if you do land a headshot, it is still 20. With that ADS shot. The ADS shot though is really nice. That's kind of unfortunate. See, I suppose. So the ADS shot is really nice. It's a really wide, like fat projectile. Let's grab that ammo just in case. So it's actually really hard to avoid that projectile. It's really easy to hit. So even though the damage is somewhat low,
better luck next time.
yeah, so even the damage is somewhat low with only 20. That wide projectile is really hard to avoid, and it's really easy to land. You don't have to be pinpoint precision accurate with it. All right, our expertise here is really good. I haven't had a good opportunity to use it this game because I've been full intel, but basically just a cone in front of you. You hack all the intel sources in that cone, even through walls. So it's really good You can potentially get away with no intel chip, like on my green here, no max intel chip, because if you hack your way into a blue room, you could just look through the purple room doors and use this.
Vault terminal located.
Why didn't? Yeah, you
It
did
is
care.
all
Okay.
yours. Destination.
Yeah, use this to get the intel in here to get yourself hacked through. It also, if you have already hacked the intel thing, oh boy.
Vault open.
Oh jeez, that was annoyingly
No
difficult.
need to get up. I'll take that.
Did they retreat? Coward.
Okay. Whew. Wow, I had to focus for a little bit. Yeah, so if you've already hacked the intel thing and you use this Octo E1, it will like reload that intel. The intel will be available to be hacked again at no cost to you. All you have to do is just look and hit the button. It's on a fairly short cooldown. I have an expertise chip on my gray, but for the most part, it is fairly short. You could probably get away with something else on that slot if you wanted. And then finally, our passive here. Our passive here is actually why I am still running the Intel capacity upgrade. So the passive has been those little thumbs up, thumbs down, and little noise you hear every time I spend Intel. Pretty much Octo has a chance not to consume his Intel when you're whenever you whenever you do spend that intel, and the greater the distance between your max intel and your current intel, I don't have that, the more likely oh perfect. I was going that way to get that 4, but we hit the jackpot there, as we saw, which was our passive. You don't spend that on those jackpots. And the greater the distance from your max intel you are, the more likely you are to hit that jackpot. And it's important to note it does trigger after. So if you have 10 max intel and you hack this 10 door, oops, someone is already in there and I have the thing. Oh, there we go. All right, we're going to do a game 2 on that. I think that's the first time we do a game 2 in a back to basics, but I just did finish the loadout. We didn't really get to talk a whole lot about combos and that sort of thing, and I would like to get into that. So let's do a game 2, and I will see you guys in like a second or two to see that. But it was good. We went over the loadout and we saw a bunch of stuff there. We'll see if we can show off the expertise better and talk about, you know, how to fight and things like that. Alright, we are back for game 2 of our Octo Back to Basics here. Oh, I love this spawn, actually. So, I think we've gone over the weapon and all the loadout pretty much, so we're just going to be kind of focusing on gameplay. Things, excuse me, I apologize. One thing we didn't go over, though, I know, is because the ADS shot on the weapon, if you do hit a rival with it, oh, that was unlucky. I was kind of depending on that RNG. Unfortunate. If you do hit a rival with the ADS shot, you do reload your primary ammo, so like the hipfire ammo, and that can be useful. But honestly, the hipfire on this gun is not really something, like, it's your last resort. I'm out of intel. I think if you have any intel at all, you should probably be ADS shotting. Simply because, actually, I think I'm going to open this and then get the green due to the way our passive works. Spending the bigger things first will be a little bit better. Okay, yeah, so I don't really like relying on the... Oh, we didn't RNG anything yet, jeez. Well, we can show this up. I believe the intel's over there. It is. That's how it's done. I'm still a civilian. I'm not gonna worry about that for a little bit. I'm sure it won't come up. Anyone in here?
Vault terminal location confirmed.
So there we go. That's how we use the expertise 1. If It must have had a vertical hitbox too, because I think it hits some stuff below us.
Vault terminal
Yeah, there we
deactivated.
go. Let's grab
Gold
this,
star.
and then we'll get the safe outside, maybe even an outfit. But yeah, as I was saying, I think the hip fire mode on this is kind of a last resort thing, and you should pretty much always be ADSing. Let's see if we can do a sneak up here. Oh, we can't. Oh, she's scolding me through time and space, apparently. That was interesting. Alright, over to B.
Updating coordinates.
That's my favorite spawn on this map, A, because it's got a green room, it's got the green, gray, and blue all literally right there. Jeez, okay.
Time to
Slightly
throw
laggy
out.
server, I think.
Where's the challenge?
Okay, let's go. So yeah, how to fight with this weapon is really ADS, because it's really hard for them to avoid. Your aim doesn't even have to be amazing, it just has to be, good, because the projectile's so wide, and thanks to our passive, we can kind of just keep firing.
Spy right here.
Is this gonna work? This might work. It's not working. It's working.
Where?
Yeah, you can kind of just keep firing, because the lower your intel gets, the more likely you are to actually keep it. I'm gonna walk, even not jump, even though I expected to get tripwired again. Okay. I don't know who placed those. Someone may have spawned in that area. We're just trying to rush at this point, and I need to listen for keycards a little better.
There is no vault terminal located
Okay,
here.
well, purple keycards, great start. We are
I'll
getting
spend my intel
fairly
somewhere
unlucky with
else.
our intel right now. Oh geez, and some laggy. I don't know if that's going to come through on the video, but that was a really bad one. Let's get up to exactly 8 and spend it. That will give us the highest chance of getting it back. Okay. Come on, there we go. We didn't get it back. Our RNG this game is terrible. Actually, what I could do is hit that, and then we can get the one we didn't hack, and also rehack the 2 we already hacked. The secret exit for this is right here, and you drop out here, which is a little sus, but it's fairly safe, actually. There's, you do drop, which is pretty obvious, but this area is pretty safe. I actually thought it led out up there, but I just don't know the map well enough, I guess.
Destination set.
Right. I'm trying to think of other Octo tips. We've done most everything that's like real important. Is we talked about the weapon, and oh yeah, the weapon again does 20 damage on that fat ADS shot. I know I'm talking about this weapon a lot, but it's kind of is his main complex thing. But the hipfire headshot also does 20 damage. So if you're landing those headshots, I do believe finally we got one, and it wasn't even like good.
There is no vault
If you're
terminal
landing
in
those
this location.
headshots, you really should be probably hip firing, but that's like assuming you're landing the headshots, and I find it a lot easier to just assume I'm not going to land the headshots. Actually, one thing I can show new players while we have, old players too, anyone who's not well versed in Silver Reef. I think I showed this in a video already, but hello, what is happening over there? That's me. Oh jeez. Okay, well someone probably knows, but you know what? We're gonna show this off anyway. So these green rooms here, specifically these 2, the other 2 near the other vault entrances, I laid out a little differently. I think I showed this in a video, but in case I didn't, what you can do is through this gap, if you have the Spyglass, you can open this and run around it, and you're in for free. Where's the blue key card? Am I blind? Yes, I am. Got it. So. Okay,
Down
weird
on your
fight.
luck, huh? Got better use for my intel.
I'm gonna find a health terminal.
Destination set.
I was gonna eat all the food, but then I was like, maybe I'll need the food. I probably won't. Honestly, I should just eat here, but I'm gonna go for the walk. I think we've talked mostly about all the Octo tips I really have. thanks to our passive, we do stay fairly high in intel, so like our expertise isn't the most amazing thing. I guess I could talk about as you level up with Octo. I really like the passive 2. Where are we going? Okay, over there. The passive 2 is the one whenever you get 10 intel, your max intel goes up by 2. I feel like if you have that passive, you should be dropping your intel capacity chip. You just don't need it, because as soon as you hack 20 intel throughout the whole game, you're already ahead of like just a green, and green's the highest I recommend you run intel capacity on. So I think
That's the
just
stuff.
having that is going to be better. Oh jeez, okay. Hopefully that didn't look weird on
What secrets
whoever
are
might
you
be following me,
keeping
but
from me?
You have wasted your time.
okay.
This vault terminal has already been deactivated.
Guess we know it's D now. They didn't hack trap this one, which means they probably went in the other door. It's been a while since this one went down, so they're probably not even in the area.
Navigation
Actually,
mode,
given how
destination
long
set.
that one was hacked, like how long ago that one was hacked, and the fact this one hasn't, means someone's probably camping it, given just... like, I would go E to D, they're basically right next to each other, before I went E to C, but that's me. So we're gonna be a lot on the lookout. No hack trap on this door.
Vault terminal located.
No alarm.
It is
Okay,
thought you
maybe.
have arrived at your destination.
We are getting some serious lag spikes. I'm hoping. I mean, if that comes on the video, it will excuse
Who taught you how to do this?
my poor aim. That might happen. Okay, we've got to get going.
Vault open.
I took the risk to jump that because, especially on the map this size, you want to, and getting to this vault first is going to require some risks. If you hacked the last terminal, a lot of people on this map specifically, just because of how far the terminals are from the vault, will kind of just wait for the last terminal to go off instead of hacking it themselves. So if you are the guy hacking the last, or if you're the person hacking the last vault terminal, I like to take a couple risks to try to get to the thing first, the package first. Again, they are risks. Someone could shoot me for them, but I think it's usually going to be worth it. Okay, that was the jackpot we needed. All that bad luck, just our cumulative variance or whatever, just stacked up for the whole thing, just for this. Go. Alright. Oh yeah, I guess we have the package. So our passive works on any intel drain, including package scan. So you can see when we're scanning, that is thumbs up, thumbs down, going to keep going off. And the lower it goes, the more likely it is to give us that intel back. So in theory, with some really good luck, you could actually just never ping if you just hold the button the entire time and continue to get lucky. Again, that's pretty unlikely to happen, not really something you want to be relying on, but it is an option. You should be able to use the scan a lot longer on Octo than other agents because of that, and do remember that while you are scanning, that package ping timer is paused. So, yeah, just you can get further between pings simply by being Octo. We're gonna go upstairs. Actually, I'm gonna ping in this corner right here, and then we're gonna go upstairs. Gotta manage the ping a little bit. Let's get that. If you have exfil scanner and like you're getting lucky and stuff, you can hold down your Q and your E at the same time in my case and do that. You can see even just there it was almost neutral in its ability.
Rival agent detection mode engaged.
We're just holding this for a moment. I think she knows. We just lagged? Oh my god. What is happening? She ate the food? Okay, the lag is really causing some issues. We're gonna try our best here. But, jeez. Alright, they are a plant. Or a something. You can see them crouched. They're either just crouched in the corner or they're disguised as something. That's what that like crouch is. But yeah, we're gonna go to A. And we're not gonna worry about that tripwire. Alright, let's get this called real quick. And alright, there's 2 people alive. Gotta be aware of that.
Rival agent detection mode.
There we go. One's here. There we go.
Extraction vehicle waiting. Please hurry carefully.
Come on. We gotta fire her thing. Okay, I better not be the only one experiencing this lag. But you can see I'm mostly doing ADS shots for the like the guaranteed extra 20 damage. And I think that's the way you gotta play it. So I hope this helped you out. If it did, drop me a comment, drop me a like. If it didn't help you out and there was something you wanted to know that like I didn't go over, that's also important information, and someone else may like that information in the comments. So do drop it there. Yeah, like the video if you did enjoy. I'm not going to be refreshing all of my back to basics right now because I don't think there's been major changes to enough agents or really any of the agents to warrant that. That is all still kind of evergreen content. But yeah, that's it. Back to basics Octo. We now have one for every agent, I believe, so go see those if you care to, and I will see you in the next one.